The Curse of the Midnight Drummer. In a remote village deep within the forests of Central Africa, there was a sacred drum kept in a shrine at the heart of the village. The drum was said to be a gift from the spirits, used only during the most important ceremonies. It was believed that the drum was enchanted, possessing the power to call upon the ancestors and bring blessings to the village. One day, a curious young man named Kofi, who had always been warned to stay away from the shrine, decided to sneak in and play the sacred drum. He had heard tales of its power and wanted to feel its magic for himself. As the village slept, Kofi crept into the shrine, his heart pounding with excitement and fear. He struck the drum once, and the sound that emanated was unlike anything he had ever heard. It was deep, resonant, and seemed to echo through the very soul of the earth. But as the sound faded, an eerie silence fell over the village. The night air grew cold, and a thick fog began to roll in from the forest. Suddenly, the drum began to play on its own, a rapid, frantic beat that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. Kofi's eyes widened in terror as he realized he had awakened something far more powerful than he could control. The villagers were roused from their sleep by the strange drumming, and they gathered in the square, fear etched on their faces. The village elder, a wise woman named Nana Ama, approached the shrine and immediately knew what had happened. She turned to the people and said, "The spirits are angry. The sacred drum has been violated." That night, the drumming continued without pause, growing louder and more frantic. The villagers tried to sleep, but the relentless beat echoed in their minds, driving some to madness. Strange things began to happen. Crops withered overnight, animals went missing, and the river that sustained the village dried up. Desperate, Nana Ama called for a ritual to appease the spirits. She warned that if the spirits were not satisfied, the curse would spread beyond the village, bringing destruction to all who lived in the land. The villagers gathered offerings, food, beads, and the finest cloth, and Nana Ama led them in a somber procession to the shrine. As they approached, the drumming suddenly stopped. The silence was more terrifying than the noise had been. Nana Ama chanted in an ancient language, calling upon the spirits to forgive the village and accept their offerings. But there was no response. The villagers held their breath, hoping against hope that the curse would be lifted. Then, from the depths of the forest, a figure emerged. It was a tall, shadowy man, his face obscured by a mask, and in his hand he held a drumstick. Without a word, he walked to the shrine, placed the drumstick on the drum, and disappeared into the mist. The drumming never resumed, but the village was never the same. The crops did not return, the animals remained lost, and the river never flowed again. The villagers believed that the spirits had taken their anger elsewhere, but the price had been the very soul of the village. And as for Kofi, he was never seen again. Some say he wandered into the forest, driven mad by the curse, while others believe the spirits claimed him as punishment for his arrogance. But on certain nights, when the moon is full and the fog rolls in, the faint sound of drumming can still be heard, a reminder of the curse that once plagued the village.